pour me a cup of that Joe. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge, baby. Let's start the show.
Oh, boy.
You guys had that sloppy Joe?
Yes. Oh, it was
Yes.
good, man.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good going down.
Now, I mean, I love a sandwich that spills over the edges, but is it too sloppy?
I was wondering the same
I would say
thing.
it's more sloppy than Joe.
I agree. The Joe is the part that I'm here for.
There's no Joe.
Yeah.
Right?
In a sloppy Joe, what is the Joe? Like, if you're going to,
Well,
like, in
it's-
a standard
it's-
sloppy Joe, what's the Joe?
I'll tell you, it's pork and a cup of coffee. In between two pieces of bread with barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it's
You think a sloppy Joe is pork?
Yeah,
and
well,
a cup of coffee.
You,
cup of
what do you
Joe.
think the juice
you
is?
always drink a sloppy Joe every morning.
Yeah, I start my
It's-
morning off with a sloppy Joe.
What are we talking about? Are we talking about the sandwich?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm telling you what I order every time I go into a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking
Or
about something
sloppy
else.
Joe.
We're talking about the sloppy Joe at the school. It's
like a
sandwich.
barbecue sandwich.
Barbecue
Oh,
sandwich.
the Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sloppy Joes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
So your
Yes.
reference point is still a sloppy Joe. You say
Because-
you know it as a sloppy Joe, but you choose not to call it
I don't know if
the
anyone
thing that
else-
everybody else knows as a sloppy
Yeah,
Joe.
it
Sloppy
seems
Joe
like you're
because
being difficult.
I like them extra sloppy.
Well, I mean, like, well, then you love this one because
I do.
it's a hamburger bun, completely bare, with a circle
Yeah.
of pork,
Right.
wet pork
Large
around
plate.
it, almost like a halo. Mm-hmm. Nothing's on the actual.
It looks like
hamburger bun.
it looks like
But I
somebody missed. It looks like they were making the meal and missed.
That's what I don't like. I want it to be sloppy sandwich. I want the bread to get a little bit. The bread
I
is
love it.
dry.
I
now.
love it when the bread is just completely dissolved. It just kind of all turns into more of a stew.
Well,
Yeah, when
we're still submitting jokes to the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. I don't know if you guys are. I'm still faxing in
You're
stuff.
talking about the Back and More Racist Than Ever tour?
Yes, back
Yeah.
and more racist than ever. And we should honestly, I think this is a good premise. Like, does anybody want a
could-
neat Joe? How about a neat Joe?
Yeah, what's a neat Joe? What's that like a sliced pork loin?
But who's
On
Joe?
a
Who
grilled
is
bread.
that for? Which of the four guys? Because when I'm sending in my jokes, I'm sending in this is a Foxworthy.
For
Right.
this
this
is an
is
Engvall.
a white.
This is an Engvall.
Yeah. Well, this is a white as a joke and who it's for.
Yes.
But it you know.
Yeah, well, Ron Ron came out when he was testing shows last week, and he said whites only, and he was referring to himself.
yeah. He's been doing a lot of
Doing a
shows
show
to
only
nobody.
for himself.
Yeah.
What I like about current sandwich culture is how hard they are to eat all the time.
God, I love it.
Make
Yeah.
it big and hard to eat.
Make it. I too like it when they put condiments on the top and the bottom, so all of the material is lubricated. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
take
Yes.
a bite and it just slips.
It's like
out
a
of the
slip
end.
and slide.
Yeah,
The last thing I want with a sandwich is easy portability.
yeah.
I hate when I eat a sandwich and something doesn't end up right on my zipper. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's, at the end of the day, that's where I want people to focus. You know
My
what I mean?
favorite thing
Oh,
about
yeah.
avocado
Downtown.
on a sandwich is that as soon as you bite into it, it shoots out the other side. It shoots right out the other
It's a
side.
game.
And the harder the bread, the better.
Yeah.
The better.
I like.
Make the bread harder at these sandwich shops. I love having to turn
and
it
hard,
over.
I wouldn't even say hard. I want it to be like chewy and like sort of like you have to like.
Right.
It's almost like raw meat.
Yeah.
Where you have to like pull it in both directions.
We love rustic sandwiches. We love this. We love it.
A dusty rustic?
Dusty rustic.
You know what I love? Farm to
Avocado-
table.
Yeah.
You ever eat farm to table? Straight from the farm, right to the table. Most
It
of the
feels
food
fresh.
is dirty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
I love that. I mean, if I could eat avocado on 2 slices of concrete, I'd do it.
Hell,
I'd do it.
I'll eat an avocado like an apple.
Oh, hang on, guys.
Fuck! I know what you're about to say.
How about this?
What do we do?
How about from now
Have we
on?
been recording this whole time?
We have been recording this whole time.
This sucks.
What if from now on in the future we walk in and just assume we're
We're
rolling?
on. We're
The
rolling.
moment we're in the door, we assume we're on.
Yes.
and we go from there from now on.
Okay.
God, I can't
I mean,
believe
it's up to you.
You're the only one that knows how to record the equipment.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, guys, but we are recording. Okay.
Okay.
fine.
Well, let's hit it.
All right. Well, everyone, welcome to another episode of the Teacher's Lounge, the first, best, and only podcast relevant to the Swine High School students and community. I am, of course, Howard Levis, the head of academics and administration here at Swine High School. Ready for a good day of shooting the gab.
Yes.
That's right. We've been shooting gab around these parts for a long time,
And
we're going to do it again.
And we have a new sponsor this week.
Yeah, well, we're sponsored this week by Levi's Jinko Cut 323 jeans.
Jinko Cut 323s.
323s.
The only pant that you could fit a barrel of oil in the leg.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, these pants come with multiple measurements. They've got a waist measurement, an ankle opening measurement, and a knee measurement to let you know how wide the circumference of your pant legs are
Yes.
at all sections.
So, for example, I wear 29, 48, 112s.
And for example, I wear a 36, 72, 31. So a nice fat middle.
That's right.
You just come back in tight at the shoe.
That's right. Bill looks like a walking triangle, and Howard looks like a vase.
Yes. You look just like a vase. These are cool jeans, 323 Jinko Cut jeans.
Don't forget about the hot colors and the stickers on the pockets. Now, if you're a little pervert or a little gangster, you can get a little picture of yourself on your own ass.
Little perverts are very seldom welcome, but they're welcome here. Levi's
323
Jinko Cut jeans.
Jinkos are back. By Levi's.
My Levi's bought Jinkos.
And I should introduce myself. Todd Padre, head of the theater and arts program and star of the new upcoming school play, My Conversations with the Devil.
Wow. Wow. The star, the
Now,
really?
Todd,
billing.
I feel like we've seen this before, Todd. This might have happened before, where you sort of usurped the power of the play.
It's
is
exactly what you were fired for in the first season.
It seems like you would have learned from your mistake, but I don't want to say you've learned nothing. What have you learned?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna let you. We won't
Man
dogpile
on us,
you.
Todd.
This is different. I've learned a lot. I am no longer directing the production. The students are directing it.
Right.
I'm starring as the devil. My ex-wife is starring as me, and we're having full conversations on stage, and the students are directing. So I'm giving them a little bit of creative control. You know how hard it is for me to give up power.
Right. So you wrote and are acting in it, and by directing, now what kind of notes are they giving, and what kind of notes are you taking?
That's a good question. And the first half and the second half are directly incongruous with each other, I would
Right.
say. A lot of the notes they're giving is too big, too loud.
Let your wife speak.
Yeah, this isn't an improv show. Stop ad-libbing so much. Stick to the script.
Well, it seems
Right.
like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, the notes I'm taking. You know, I kind of let the notes land, and then I argue them, and then we see where we end up.
Right. So you're not really saying yes to them and changing, but they're in there somewhere. They're
They're in there
osmosis.
somewhere. I think when someone tells you how they're receiving you, the first thing you should do is disagree with them and explain why they're wrong.
Yeah, defend yourself.
Yeah, defend yourself. And so, I'm learning a lot about this process.
And so these conversations that you're having as the devil to you,
Right.
what are they? What does the devil say to you?
We touch on everything. You know, we touch on politics, religion. A lot of it is my character, played by my ex-wife, finding that the devil is inside all of us. And that's kind of what I'm explaining is the devil, is that my
Right.
character ends up relating a lot with the devil.
So you kind of took a sort of classic approach to your moral
You could say it's a well-trod territory of
I've
man
never
is
seen
the devil.
anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. And Act 2 is mostly about foods with devil in the name. And that's it.
Devil's food cake.
Yes.
Deviled
there a-
eggs.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
So that was you hadn't gotten to that one yet.
No.
What did you have? Devil's food cake?
Devil's food cake.
And that's it.
And then some of those funny hot sauces.
Oh, yeah.
of course,
Slap
of
your
course.
mama.
Yeah, slap your mama.
The devil.
Slap your mama the devil.
Yeah.
Now, I heard your wife who's playing you, your ex-wife, sorry, is having... You are in the play written to be such a hero.
Right.
Such
A conquering force.
a conquering force with no flaws. It says that in the character description.
Also, a very toned physique. You said she's made to work out a lot for the production.
Yeah, she's getting into very good shape for this production.
Good.
Well, the character description.
You have her oiled up. She looks kind of like a bodybuilder.
That's
in
the
some of the
character
rehearsals.
description. Yeah. I mean, the character description is basically pumping iron era Schwarzenegger. And so she's playing it that way. And yeah, the character is flawless. And kind of what he learns in his conversations with the devil is that the devil is, he sees a lot of his ex-wife in the devil as they're talking. And he goes, I relate to you a lot. The devil, you remind me of my ex-wife.
Jesus. This is a real hit on her.
Yeah,
And
I'm
she's
not
in
so
it.
sure
She's in
this is good programming for the kids.
I think they're going to learn a lot. I think they're going to learn a lot about relationships. I think kids are smarter than we give them credit for.
I would agree
Okay.
with that.
That's fair.
Absolutely, 100%.
Kind of the Pixar model. You got to treat them smarter than they are, and they'll come sort of get to
They'll
that.
meet you at the top.
Absolutely. I mean, Cars too.
Classic.
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 You are writing a Cars 2.
Yeah, Cars TOO.
Cars TOO.
Yeah,
Cars 2.
Cars 2. And it's mostly about how it's sort of turning the whole Cars thing on its head and saying that, like, cars are sort of talking to the people now and saying, hey, us too.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Hey, there's not a lot helping us out. We're more sort of just here for you to drive around in. And, you know, you're kind of working us pretty hard is what they're saying.
I see.
So,
I see.
yeah, it's a half-baked idea so far. But I think that if I just keep pushing, all the good writers say that if you have a good title, you have a good movie. You know?
Right.
So I feel like I have a good title. It's been proven to work, and I did a little goofy change to it, so it should work for me as well.
And it kind of dovetails nicely with sort of the situation you're sort of working through personally right now, where you've got some mechanical beings who are sort of
Well, in
becoming
more
a
ways
part of
than
your
one.
life.
As you know, I've heard a lot of cars in my day. I've crashed over
Right.
200 cars in my driving career. Some of them limos, which count as two, so you know,
Most
it
of
might
them
be even
limos.
higher than that.
Most
Most
of
of them, yeah, most of them limos. Most of them limos. So I really am kind of trying to repent for that via the script. And what was the thing you said?
just you're
Yes,
also
your little,
dealing with your new the
your new
Little
your new
robot
son.
son.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The
yeah,
little
yeah.
boy cowboys that
Yeah.
are robots that are roaming the school that are an attempt for you to keep eyes on students from misbehaving.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds more punitive than I think it is. It's
Right.
more just to sort of like be the eyes and ears around campus. You know what I mean?
Because we ended with you in shambles last week when one of your little boy cowboy sons passed away.
But I like you as a dad.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what they say. Fatherhood humbles a man.
yes.
And that is
yes.
true. I have never been so confused and so raw. You know, just open.
Yeah.
Right.
I think when your heart grows, it grows in both directions, and the love came in, but so did the pain. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And it was really hard to see little Donnie go. But I've got 7 other little babies that I'm excited to keep raising.
And these are all robots that you formed an emotional bond with.
Yes, these are robots that were built that I'm raising as my children. Like you said, I just feel more now, and it feels great.
To be clear, we didn't really clarify last week. These cowboy robots who walk around the school, they do go home with you at the end of
little
every
boy
school
cowboys,
day.
yeah.
Little boy cowboys, yeah. I call them
Sorry.
they're my little sons. And yeah, they pile in the back of the van, and we all head home together. And you know, my driving's never been better. I've never been more careful.
You got precious cargo.
Exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
You know, when you're in high school or middle school, sometimes they do this thing where they make you carry an egg around for a week, and it's to teach you how hard it is to have a baby. I did that. I broke 7 eggs that week. You've lost a couple sons
You
already.
actually made a scramble.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you made an omelet.
You saved them all and made a scramble.
Well, you gotta. Yeah, I pretended to break the eggs, but I actually saved them all so I can make a little scramble.
Well, it's tough to beat a good scramble, Todd. So I don't blame you there.
But you've actually had the experience in the last few days, really, of kind of losing a couple more of your.
Yeah, I lost more than an egg. I'll say that. I lost a human robot egg.
Yeah.
And he didn't just crack. He disintegrated.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this is crazy that you started out in an attempt to keep eyes on this by making very lifelike robots. And do we know if the students see these little boy cowboys get in your van at the end of the day? Is the charade off and these are your sons? Are you out?
I've got to be honest. This definitely started as a security thing around campus to keep the campus safe. And I think it still is. But my mind has definitely wandered a little bit. I'm more into the fatherhood aspect now than I am into the security. But I'm confident that my sons are ruling with a strong cowboy presence.
Yeah, and they weren't the only line of defense. The TSA.
No, we still got the TSA. We got the drone. The mode is being finished up.
I noticed the plot. I heard that a plot was thwarted this week.
Yeah, and a plot was also dug for my little son.
Oh my God, a plot. So some type of plot.
Yeah,
was thwarted.
Yeah, I heard that there was a group of 4 Goths who were trying to sneak in.
Fucking Goths.
They were trying
we
to
closed
sneak in
down the
weapons.
Hot Topic near the school.
Yeah,
but it meant the Goths needed somewhere else to hang, and so they've been coming back to the school in droves now.
Yeah,
we gotta get to the nest. They're just gonna pop up unless we can get to the queen.
I don't know that there's.
We all know where it is. It's Morrissey's house down the street.
Yeah.
We've got to get to Morrissey and kill him.
Well, here's the thing.
Come on.
It's like kill yourself already,
I don't
Morrissey.
think we can do that.
Sam, I'll tell you this. I read a news article the other day about a new anti-Goth weapon. It's called the Ness Buster. It's a Goth nest busting missile that you fire. You fire it into a nest of Goths.
Mother of all.
Oh,
mother of all.
I've heard about this. They also call this the Goth Nest Monster.
The Goth Nest Monster. The Goth Nest Monster.
I've heard about this.
I think we could
I
probably.
thought this was a myth.
Well,
no, it's not.
I thought this was an urban legend.
Bill, you are really getting excited lately. You sometimes can't sit down in your chair.
I can. I'm up. I'm up high. I'm talking into the microphone's hanging from the ceiling. I'm talking into it.
I know. What's going on, man? It seems like you're out of the room here.
Let's get ready to rumble. And the microphone's dropped down from the ceiling.
Right. You're getting very into the sort of the sports thing at the school, and you're getting very excited.
You've become a big sports promoter.
Wow.
More so than focusing on the quality of the athletic department. You've been promoting.
I've pretty much given up on being a hands-on coach, and I've learned that I actually like the crowd, the energy.
Creating an atmosphere.
PPV.
Yeah.
Pay-per-view.
Now, you actually, I saw on the football schedule, you canceled the football season and have replaced all of our opponents with NFL teams?
That is exactly right.
So we've got the New England Patriots coming in next week to play our high school football team.
Yes, well, I've misbilled it. I'm gonna be honest right now. It is some New England Patriots. It is.
Okay.
It is. Are they the New England Patriots? No.
So the following week,
it's a lineup of 20 or so people from the northeastern United States who love America.
Exactly.
And the following week, when the Green Bay Packers are coming in, that's the football team?
That's straight up industrial cheese packers.
Okay.
They pack cheese. They're back of house at a warehouse. Back of house cheese packers.
Is there a front of a house at a warehouse?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got a receiver.
Oh, okay.
You got a lift man.
I didn't think
You
about
got the truck backer upper.
You're right.
Yes,
I'm
there's front of house. So I'm lying a little bit, but I am getting a lot of hype for these events.
I'm a little concerned for the Miami Viking or the Minnesota Vikings game coming up.
Yes.
And the Miami Vikings game that's coming up
Oh,
after
yeah.
that.
Well, you found Vikings from 2 cities in the country.
Yes. Vikings still exist. They're very much still around. Very much.
More so than ever, some might
More
say.
so than ever. If they are coming back. They are coming back, and I'm talking about the classic one you're thinking of. I'm talking about horned helmets. I'm talking about
Big beards,
big beards,
braids.
big beards, big beard braids, big braided beards. They're huge, and they're coming to the school. And I have I got a representative from Showtime coming.
I'm a little worried about these Vikings. I mean, we're going to have
Notorious,
security
yeah.
on top alert that weekend, but I don't want to get to
Notoriously
school, you know.
Pugnacious, you could call them.
I'll say,
yeah.
just don't get those Vikings listening to the Smiths or anything like that. If we have a bunch of goth Vikings running around campus,
Oh my God!
We
Yeah,
are
we got to keep them away from anything. What's the word I'm looking for? Emo.
yes,
But
emotional.
yeah, I mean,
Emotions can really kill a person.
You're telling me.
What do you think? Todd, you know what I'm talking about. I feel like, Todd, you and I sort of bond on this. We can be some sad guys at a time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if we try to access our emotions, things get bad.
Yeah, does
Exactly.
anybody else feel anytime they think about their life seriously for more than a minute, they want to kill themselves? Does anybody else feel like that? In
Yeah.
this room?
I've had that feeling. I don't
think
feel it
it-
often,
yeah.
but I've had it.
Anytime I think about life, all I want is death.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just am so worried that whatever little power I have is going to get ripped from my fingers at any time. That I'll have nothing else and have nowhere to go because
Right.
nobody loves me. I've crashed into almost everybody I've ever loved.
Yeah, you've run over a lot of lovers.
It's usually how it
But
ends.
things are going
Yeah.
good. I mean, like,
If
we are.
don't think about the future at all, things are going good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, for you guys.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Howard, sorry.
For you guys, things are going good. Things are things, and you know what? Things could be worse for me, right? Let's be honest. There's
I
plenty
don't
of things
know.
worse.
I do
than,
not know about that.
Well, there's plenty
Things
of
are
things.
bad.
I think you've hit bottom.
You'll have to prove it.
Prove it.
Look,
Get worse.
Get worse for us.
Look, I'm just saying, I think a lot of people have had their personal information and all of their sort of life's flaws exposed on WikiLeaks. I'm not the first person.
Last week was humiliating for you.
And this week, my who I thought was my good friend, Julian Assange,
Humiliating.
went ahead and just posted all of my personal information, all the leaked photos.
Snake.
What a snake.
Julian Assange is a snake, and I'm going to be the first one to say it.
Yeah.
That's a hot take because we thought he was a good guy. We
Thought
love
he was
this
a great guy.
Yeah, I've
I've been hiding in another country while releasing other people's information to benefit his own
What a
ego.
hero.
What a good guy.
What a hero.
Yeah.
At first is what we thought.
At first.
Yeah, and then he picked up and ran with this story, which is just turning into way bigger of a thing than it ever should have been.
So Assange is responsible for your fappening last week?
Again,
He's
for his own ego.
He is not responsible for the fappening. He's responsible for broadening the scope of the leak. WikiLeaks is one of the most popular websites on the internet right now, and everybody in the world now has seen photos of all my dirty laundry.
Yeah, well, and then
Literally.
it broadened out. We saw your filthy car.
Yeah, here's the thing, guys.
You
take
had your
pic-
balls out of your zipper in front of your dirty car. And we look right past your balls because you had nice balls.
Balls are nice.
Car was filthy. Humiliating for you.
It's the car. Who washes their car every week? That's crazy, right? I live in a dusty neighborhood. You guys know that.
We live in the Dust Bowl.
Yeah.
I live in a dust bowl. Okay, it doesn't make sense for me to wash my car every week because it's just going to get dirty again. And I wish people would focus on the lewd nature of these photos.
But I do have to
am
say-
sick and tired of the bullshit in my life being the thing that gets put on the bullhorn.
Literally, the bullshit. A lot of people bird shit on their cars. Your car's covered in bullshit.
Well, hey.
Do you park under a bullpen?
I don't park under it, but the property surrounding my house is a cow farm.
I used to
okay?
park under a bullpen, and those guys would spit all over my
And-
car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get sunflower
And so,
seeds
yeah,
all over
sometimes I park my car underneath the little bridge that they recreated to go from one side of the cow pasture to the other
you.
across
You will
my property.
park your car underneath a bridge that cows walk over?
Yes.
That's your own fault.
No, I need shelter. What if a tree falls? What if an airplane falls out of the sky and lands on my car like in Breaking Bad?
I don't know if the cow bridge is going to stop that.
Well, it's all I can do. Okay, that car means a lot to me.
That's what that whole Anthony Kiedis song is about. He thought he could hide under a bridge From getting hit by planes and stuff.
Yeah, under the bridge downtown is where I park my car. I don't want the cows.
I love his solo stuff.
To shit on my car. What if a plane falls down and it hits my car? It's the lyrics are right there. It's not an unusual perspective. In fact,
The
I took
label
a cue-
changed them last minute.
Yeah.
The labels changed them.
I go off of the originals, all right? Most of my philosophies in life are based off of Red Hot Chili Peppers songs.
Well, you've been giving it away for a while now.
I have. Everything I have, I give away.
That's true.
And I
That's
do
true.
it
You've learned
now.
how to
I do it now.
You learned how to lucid dream so you could dream of Californication?
Yeah. Well,
show.
I learned how to lucid dream.
You dream of that show.
Yeah, it's a great show. It depicts a character who I wish I could be.
You're further from no man. I mean,
What's that supposed to mean, Bill?
listen.
You don't think I could be a sexy, sex-addicted man?
No.
No. You hate sex.
Well, I do now.
You look terrible.
Yeah, so wouldn't it make sense for me to idolize a person
You're an
who has the
ugly
opposite?
virgin.
Okay. I am not a virgin.
Hey, that's harsh.
I am not a virgin. While I have most of the stereotypical characteristics of a virgin, I am not a virgin.
So you're ugly.
I am ugly. I have a small penis. And
Like
I
most
wear,
virgins.
I'm scared of women. Okay? But I have had virgin. Okay. I'm telling you now.
I chew virgin.
You know what? Hey, if there's anybody out there who could
Virgin.
Okay, if there's anybody out there who can leak a picture of me having sex with my ex-girlfriend, that'd be awesome.
Good luck. Good luck. That sounds like a fucking challenge. If there's
Call for your own leak.
I dare someone to leak a picture of Howard where he's doing anything cool. I dare you. I'm calling
in front
for
of
it right
something
now.
clean. In front of something clean.
Yeah, good luck.
No, come on, guys. That's you got. You know, honestly,
Every
sometimes.
photo I've ever seen you is utterly humiliating.
No, come on. What about my yearbook photo from Hamilton
Who's your
last
photo
year?
guy, by the way? Why is he capturing you in the worst light
It's
possible?
like somebody follows you around and says, only take a photo when he's at his lowest moment.
Well, I
Your
think it's
yearbook
just
photo.
somebody's
My
taking
yearbook
slice
photo.
of life photos of them. And they're always bad.
Howard, I'll say this. You're my best friend,
Thank you.
and your
I
life
think.
is very sad.
Okay, it's sad from an outside perspective.
Yes.
Okay, from an inside perspective, I'm doing fine. I mean, I honestly like what? Who doesn't just go home at the end of the day, read a book, sit on a small chair, and wait for sleep to come?
Listen.
Like that feels to me like a classic example of a well-adjusted, happy human being.
Has
I think
anyone
it's
ever-
that, and I think you're also being you're being a little kind to the size of that chair.
What do you mean?
It's not small. It's fucking tiny.
It's tiny like your house, which fits.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
What? How is that sad? I don't understand. Like, what do you guys do at night? You don't go home, root around in your fridge for a crumble of food?
You literally root around with your nose in your fridge.
Because the crumbles of food in my fridge are so tiny, I can only find them by scent. All right, listen, guys, I'm happy. Okay, I don't know how more unequivocally I can say I'm happy.
You are not.
No, I buy it.
I buy it.
Believe what people tell you they are, not what they show you.
Yes.
That's how I live my
Yeah.
life. You know,
Yeah.
you say you're happy, you're happy. I say I'm a guy that that women should want to marry and not be mad at them all the time, and that's who I am.
Exactly.
You know?
Can't we all take each
We all-
other at face value
That's
without
right.
diving deep into our psyches?
We all got to be better to each other.
I
and
mean
that's
it.
a universal.
We are in charge of this school, and if we expect to stay on top here, which we currently are, we got to band together. We can't tear each other down.
We should
every
announce
day.
that #1 charter school in the country.
That is
That's
true.
right.
Yeah.
U.S. News and World Reports.
Yes.
That's true.
It's really, it really came out of nowhere.
We were not expecting it.
Not
I
even-
mean, a reporter knocked on the school door this morning. He said,
Says, I love the jeans. I love the school. I love the
and it
education.
seems like the article was written from a more like holistic point of view.
Yeah.
It was like maybe this school isn't the best in one specific area, but the sort of broad context of the school is that it's very successful.
One of the most profitable schools there is.
Yeah, we've started making crazy
profits.
money. We started making money, which is really nice because the Netflix model, and the Netflix model has actually started to take off.
Oh yeah, our season 3 of Sense8 is killing right now. People are loving it.
Yeah,
we bought all the crap 3-camera sitcoms Ashton Kutcher wanted to make.
Middle America is eating them up with a fork.
We will produce anything Kutcher has his hands on. Anything.
We got our fingers in the true crime documentary.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We're doing a sequel to Making a Murderer that follows just the ugly fat lawyer who helped the guy.
Oh yeah,
God, he's likable.
We're following that cool pervert. And he is so. You know when you see a guy and you go, "What I wouldn't give to be alone in a room with this guy."
Yeah.
You know, he's just got a lot of interesting thoughts.
Yeah.
And I want to know him. So we're
Good
doing
look,
that.
good suits.
We're releasing Finding the Wemberleys. It's finally found a home.
That is true.
That's right.
Finding the Wemberleys.
My documentary about the 6 sets of twins that I was accused of killing, but I think just disappeared.
You think just
And
disappeared.
now some people are calling this a mockumentary, but not for the same reasons as
Because
normal.
there is
it's not a fake documentary.
Yeah.
It's a documentary with a lot of mocking.
Yes. Well, there is a script that vehemently points away from you.
Yeah.
A script that everyone's following.
Right, yes.
Yeah, you could say it's not even a documentary in the slightest because we did write every line.
Everybody found their marks. They hit their lines. And
you were
nailed the
exonerated
documentary.
by
And
the end of it.
I was exonerated.
Unofficially.
Well, yeah, in the court of public opinion, based on the
Unofficial.
documentary I directed and wrote, yeah, I was exonerated. And so if you finish that movie and still think I killed those 6 sets of twins,
12 people.
you're watching the wrong movie, okay? The Wemberleys are out there. We're going to find them. They're in hiding. I'm just like Robert Durst. If you come away from the Jinx thinking he's guilty, you watch the wrong fucking show.
And if that is what you're getting from it and you want to watch the right movie, there is also another documentary that clearly paints.
It's called Loose Pockets.
Yes.
It was made by the same people that made Loose Change.
Yeah.
Debunking 9/11's standard
Don't get me
theories.
wrong. I liked their first movie. Then they come after me and make one accusing me of killing 6 sets of twins. And
You
it's
were one
like,
of the biggest fans.
I was a huge fan.
In fact, that's how they found out about the story. You at a meet and greet.
Yes, I said I got to sit down with you guys. I mean, if there's anything people should be doing, it is minimalizing the deaths of 3,000 people in a terrorist attack. That's a good use of your time.
Yep.
And it's a good use of your thought. And why do conspiracy theories exist? Because they're true and they make sense.
They're true. They make so much sense.
Yeah.
They're so true.
Yeah.
I hate the word theory.
Yeah.
I hate that word.
I hate the word theory.
These are
hate that.
they should be called conspiracy science.
Yeah.
Or
Ooh, that's good.
Conspiracy facts or
Yes.
even just conspiracy not theories.
Yeah.
That works for me.
But anyway, then they come up with this movie that is a conspiracy theory about me being a cold-blooded killer of 6 sets of twins.
That you have a
they're
pretty
so
negative
off
past
base.
with each of.
Well,
so
yeah,
off base.
a pair of them died in my theater class when I was trying to break them down so that they could build themselves back
Mysteriously.
up. Mysteriously.
Yeah. No one.
Did it? Weren't you accused of running over a pair of the Wemberleys in red dresses?
Yeah, but it was so hard to tell.
They were fire hydrants, I believe.
That's right.
That was the fire hydrant human debacle.
Right, fire human debacle.
Which they spend
Yeah.
too much time talking about in the.
It's a bad
Conspiracy
documentary.
theory.
It's poorly made. And
Well,
it sucks.
honestly, I have many, many friends in the law community now.
Good.
So if you ever need anything, don't worry about it.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah, because they know what'll happen if they keep pressing you. They'll have to.
They'll see me.
Court. I see you in court.
See me in court.
God, we love going to court.
Attention students, this is Sam Weatherman with your morning announcements. We are now hiring servers in the teacher's lunchroom. Pay is 50 cents below minimum wage minus tips. Applications for the position are available in the teacher's spa area.
Do not disturb.
Well, guys, like always, we have a guest on the show this week. We're really excited to get another peek behind the curtain of how this school works. She is honestly one of the hardest working ladies here at this school. And she's, I'll tell you this, the best. I would call her a lunch lady. She would call herself a dinner lady.
Yeah.
And that is Miss Mildred Upingsbottom. Mildred,
Hi.
welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
We're doing real good. We're doing real
Good. I wanted to make sure that everyone in a good mood, because I have some news I have to tell you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Someone in a good mood.
pretty
I've never heard news set up that way. I've heard people say, like, are you sitting down? But are you in a good mood? I have some news to tell you I've never heard. But yeah.
I like it. I am in a good mood now.
I am now.
constantly in a good mood despite what people say.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so first of all, they're just lovely. The kids here are just wonderful. The kids back home, awful kids. I'm loving the kids at this charter school.
Very sweet.
And obviously you guys know lunch is the most important meal of the day. Dinner lady, take a lot of pride in that. There was a problem with the last order. What happened was me and the other dinner ladies thought it would be nice to surprise you guys. We overheard you talking about the type of meats that you like. So we ordered a lot of sloppy joes. Problem is, we only ordered the sloppy part.
Oh, God.
No Joe.
We don't have any Joe. We just got a lot of slop. So we've got slop for about 4 years.
Okay.
I've got 4 years of slop.
Yeah,
for the
we buy in
kids.
bulk. We buy in bulk just so we can put it all away, because obviously market prices rise.
Yes,
so
you
we buy
want to
in bulk.
You want to get in and freeze it, and we're maximizing profit, like you and all the dinner ladies are.
Well, that's why
doing.
we got
Yeah.
the big freezer in the first place.
Yes. We got the big freezer in the kitchen. We got the big freezer. We actually, what a lot of the other dinner ladies were saying that we should just transition the gym
The gym into the freezer, right? I was
yes.
thinking about that too.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
just because the
idea.
kids aren't using it anyway.
Lunch is costing America a fortune. Lunch for students are costing America
Yeah.
Yeah, which
fortune.
and I honestly appreciate it as the person who's sort of in charge of finances. I appreciate you guys going the extra mile to sort of ensure that you're not spending more than you need to.
You've got no Joes.
We got no Joe, just all sloppy.
Only sloppy.
Well, because this is a thing as well.
Well, I'm not in a good mood anymore, Mildred.
Why? Oh,
My
come
mood is
on.
soured.
Because I need my Joe in the morning.
So what's
I'm
your plan
so
here?
sorry.
Before
well
we
then-
jump on you,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
innovative.
I am. I have a whole plan for this. Okay.
Okay.
And
Are
that's
you
why we
guys-
hired you, because you had that famous vlog.
Yes.
where you were
Treat kids like prisoners. That blog. So that was what it was.
Like prisoners.
Like prisoners.
Yes.
It's a-
Like
One of the
Only-
most booming businesses in America right
Tell me
now,
about it.
and we modeled our school after it.
Yes.
There's no secret to that.
Now, I don't mean in the classroom, but I do 100%
not.
mean meals, playgrounds, and the respect that we do or don't give them. Of
course.
So
Yes.
the thing is that we have 4 years worth of Joe.
Yeah.
But what else do they need? I mean, they're kids, their bodies grow themselves. I say what we should do is we should actually be giving them less food. We should cut it down. Have you guys ever seen the movie Snowpiercer?
Yes,
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Have you seen when they grind up all the roaches and make jelly bars out of them?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you thought about that for the kids? Because I have.
That
Wow.
sounds really good.
Wow.
That sounds
Sounds
really
good.
good.
We've got grubs
I
all
saw
over this campus.
We have U.S. News and World Report #1 grubbiest campus in the nation. So
right.
yeah,
We won a lot of awards
That's
this
right.
morning.
we did. So and you would make them into like a
jelly bar.
a jelly bar, and that way, I think if you know all your meals are going to be bad, you never are disappointed again, and the less you have something to look forward to,
Exactly.
the less your expectations are.
Well,
Exactly.
we've got investors, and we have to answer to them. Levi's is not going to be happy if we're not turning a profit.
Oh, what do you
Jinko
think?
323 jeans. Reminder, get your Jinko jeans in any measurement you like.
Levi's Jinko cuts.
Well, I'll tell you this. Nothing feels like a pair of Jinkos like a kid that's been eating jelly bars all day.
Remind us what a jelly bar is. Remind us just one more time what a jelly bar is. I feel like we learned what a dinner lady was,
Yeah.
and also we need to learn what a jelly bar
The
is.
jelly bar is you take any sort of food you want, anything, preferably something that is high in protein, like grubs, mealworms, crickets, roaches.
Grubs.
Scrubs. You rub them all together.
Grab.
Grabs.
Grabby.
You blend them all up.
Uh-huh.
you set them with some sort of, if the kid's being one of those whiny vegetarians, you set it with fruit pectin. But if not, you just go good old pork gelatin, set it all up, leave it overnight. Bob's your uncle.
Now,
jelly bar.
is pork gelatin? Now, that's cow hoof, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Pork
Yes, pork
gelatin
gelatin.
is
Yeah,
made
pork,
from cow.
pork
gelatin
gelatin
is cow hoof.
is cow hoof. It
That's
is.
right.
It is cow hoof.
It's just like one of those
Little known
funny little
fact.
names, where they're like, we're going to be cute about this.
Yeah, well, the thing is, pork gelatin, yes, it is cow hoof. It's like, when you call, like a sandwich, the sandwich a Reuben? It's actually called a John.
Interesting.
So it's like one of those things where it's actually called a John. We call it a Reuben. So
Yeah,
that's
or
the
like-
same with pork gelatin.
I ate Rocky Mountain oysters for 40 years before I found out they were bull's testicles.
Oh,
I thought they were just shucking those oysters from the Rocky Mountains.
No.
no.
Pull them
Those
out
are
of
almost
the
nothing like
river.
oysters.
Yeah. They're
Well,
just
yeah.
little fried discs.
I went to a sushi place and lost my mind when I ordered the oysters on there, and they were nothing like the ones I was used to.
So, we're trying to cut some costs in
Yeah.
the lunchroom, obviously, one of the biggest hits for profits. You've got some other, you're saving us money, right?
Yeah, so obviously you have the jelly bars. That's
we
in
cut
the
out
bag.
napkins.
Completely cut out napkins.
Don't need 'em.
And how are we, for these jelly bars, how are we sourcing these grubs, these mealworms?
That's a good question.
Because you guys don't have all the time in the world to do all
course
this.
Yeah, you
not.
can't farm them.
You can
around
make them, but you
campus.
can't farm them.
Of course not. Well, if
Farm
you
to table?
you guys, if you
Thank
obviously
you.
read my book, treat children like prisoners.
Yeah.
If you look actually
It's our
on
Bible.
page 941, I have it clearly set
Which
out.
is very close to the beginning of the
Yeah, it's still the prologue.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's obviously a lot to say about it. It goes the whole history. So you go in there, and that part says is put kids to work. You guys are talking about
Right.
farm to table.
Yeah.
I'm talking about hand to mouth, foot and mouth disease almost, but in real life,
Almost.
almost.
So you're
okay?
putting the kids to work in the lunchroom.
Yes. Well, what we're going to do is, so lunch is an hour right now.
Right.
We cut lunch down to 4 minutes.
Okay.
They
Good.
spend
Good.
they spend the other 56 minutes
Prepping.
prepping and sourcing their own food.
You appreciate your lunch more if you know where it comes from.
100%.
I've heard that.
They
Yeah.
learn that. And also think about, they eat quickly. They think to themselves, wow, now I understand life. I
a
understand
lot of
I've got to take
nutritionists
it.
say that mindful eating is the most healthy way to sit down, see and feel every bite. But we know from experience that the best way to keep your metabolism up is to rapidly eat
chuck
as
it
much
down your
food as
throat.
possible
Yeah.
and then just move on.
Now,
This
we've
Yeah.
mindfulness crap.
I know.
I mean, how long have humans been around now?
50, 60 years?
50 or 60
50
years
or
humans
60
have been
years.
around?
Well, no, I mean like 50, 60 years.
modern humans.
Modern humans.
Modern.
Right.
But like-
Regular humans, 2,000 years since Jesus' birth. That's
Yeah, that was
obviously.
the first human, right? Was Jesus?
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Well, hey,
R.I.P.
Every
really?
Christmas.
Huh?
Really? R.I.P.?
Well,
you never know.
You never know.
Conspiracy fact.
Well, that's what everyone said the first time, and they were fooled.
Tell me
Yeah.
about
They
it.
said R.I.P. and
Oh,
then he came
damn,
right
he's
back
dead.
out.
And then 3 days later, he's popping out of
emerges
the
from a
tomb.
rock.
Yeah.
A lot of people not too happy with Jesus for that trick.
Yeah. It sparked
Yeah.
a
Some people
few
love it.
different
Some people
religions.
based a religion off of it.
Yeah.
Some people that were there felt it was a little rude, a little,
Yeah.
little
I
deceitful.
buy it. I buy the whole story. I buy
Top
all
to
of it.
bottom.
I buy it all verbatim as it's written,
Uh-huh.
and I believe it and I live by it.
And you
That's good.
and you also have visited the
tomb, absolutely.
Well, the supposed tomb. I can't say that I agree with it because I don't think anybody has any idea what tomb this man was buried in 2,000 years ago.
Well, they have it very much labeled, and I went to the tomb and
Yeah.
I saw the big rock that Jesus rolled away, and I saw it all.
Perfect circle.
Yeah,
Did
perfect.
you get emotional? That sounds emotional.
Oh my God! I fell.
What
on my
about that?
knees. I fell to my knees.
What about the rag?
The Ark of the what's it called?
Yeah.
The Grail. The Grail of the
Grail.
Covenant.
the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
I saw it.
Now, we just want to thank you so much for your contribution
yes.
so far.
Thank you guys
We've
so
had a
much.
little bit of profitability problem with kids starting to bring their lunch to school.
Yes. How are we going to get rid of this?
Well, okay. You ever seen a kid coming holding their food?
Yeah,
Yes.
brown
You
paper
just
bag.
smack it right out of it.
Okay, you smack
Okay.
them up.
You smack it right out of
We've
your
got
hand.
lunch smackers at the front.
So now
of the
what we
school.
do is, so some of those kids, you incentivize them. So you say, hey, look, this guy's getting four minutes to eat his lunch. Do you want to be a lunch smacker? I'll give you an extra 2 minutes.
nice
6-minute lunch. That's generous.
6 minute lunch.
Turning the kids
What I
against
like to
each
call it
other.
afternoon delight.
Oh, okay. Make them think it's kind of like a sexy thing.
No, just a delightful afternoon.
Right.
Okay, that was my bad. I'm in the gutter here.
Your mind is disgusting.
Well, what can I say? As long as I don't see it, say it.
So we've been getting rid of people bringing their lunches,
Yeah,
and also we're getting so much output from this 56 minutes of food prep that we are looking into starting our own line of foods, and we have been selling some stuff. Not only are we making enough food for the children to eat, but we've also we've started a grocery store.
Yeah.
We started basically a grocery store.
Yeah, and I think that's wonderful. I mean, it's obviously for people who don't know, it's the first ever jelly bar based grocery store.
Right.
So obviously we have breakfast, lunch, dinner, all in the form of a jelly bar.
And sorry.
We're going after that Soylent market.
We're going after the Soylent market. We're trying to sell, and we get, like Soylent. That's a good name for a product.
Yeah.
You want to associate your product with a movie
that's a
about
good
eating
one.
people.
Which
And so,
Oh wait,
we
what?
took it a
I
step-
thought it was just about soy milk. I thought Soylent was called for soy milk.
Soylent Green is people in a movie where they're a dystopian future,
I got to write that in my next book.
Yeah, right.
which is treat kids like.
Animals.
Perfect follow-up.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a lot. You have
Worse
two
than
different
prisoners.
It's like the zoo industrial system. But it's the whole thing. That one's going to be 4,000 pages long.
Well, there's a whole
lot to
Wow.
unpack.
Nice.
Think about
The
it.
longer
Animals,
the book, the more
and-
likely people are to say they want to read it.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And if people have been around for 2,000 years, imagine how long animals have been around.
4, 6.
Exactly.
At least.
At least.
And I know we are working on this, getting an actual brick and mortar location for this grocery store. Right now,
Yes.
it's online only. And
We've got a bunch of mortar.
We need the bricks.
We're looking for bricks.
yeah.
Anybody out there?
Anybody, if you've got bricks, just hit us up. We would love to take off any bricks that you have on hand. We'll take any amount, even if you just have a couple of spares from when you built your house. That's fine.
2 to 200.
and the
Give
kids
us
can
a
come and
take.
collect them.
Yeah, we have kids at the ready on their
Pedalies.
They're on their paddlies. And they're coming down. They run the store. Right now, again, you can only access online. You just go to www.nowholefoods.com.
NoWholeFoods.com, yes.
No Whole Foods.
and then a kid will come down on his pedally and he'll pick up your
Yeah, well, I
bricks.
mean, we've been having good luck so far. We're trying to get a city bike style.
Yeah.
Public pedalies is what we're trying to call it.
Yes, we're trying to call it Public
Can I say
Pedalies,
that-
but we want to get a brand. We're looking for Public Pedalies, the grocery store, or something that sounds good with pedalies.
Yeah,
We're searching based on simple alliteration.
You guys are very entrepreneurial. Have you ever thought about going into the prison industrial system?
Absolutely.
Every day.
I mean, we wish. We wish. We love that business
Very
model.
entrepreneurial.
It's-
I mean,
yeah.
So far, of course, our school is built as a school. You know?
course,
but
of
there's,
course.
there is
I
a
know-
fallback
yeah.
structurally that if the school fails,
On the
it's still a tough
exterior,
structure.
and on the exterior, of course, just driving by, a lot of people say, "Oh, that looks like a very nice prison."
Yeah.
But really, it is a school. It's very clearly marked as Swine High School.
Well, what's the
but
difference?
I
mean, you go to both places. You stay there for a given amount of time.
Great
you
question.
Yeah.
I
Great
guess that is
question.
true.
You have people at the top who care about you,
Yeah.
care for you.
Yeah.
You know, they keep you in one place.
Yeah.
They make sure that your life is structured.
Yeah.
Those wardens and guards just care about prisoners.
That's why they're.
And they
Well,
care
yeah.
for it.
Why would they dedicate their life to that?
Yeah.
Who wants to spend their time in a prison unless
Yeah.
they're doing a really nice thing?
Yeah, that's why I couldn't be a warden, is I just don't like prisoners.
Right.
now your book, Treat Children Like Prisoners.
Yeah.
Does not focus solely on food, which
No.
I found interesting. I read the chapters on food because I knew that we were going to be hiring you and I wanted to get a feel for what you were going to do here. But there's actually, you go into sort of discipline, sort of like daily routine. Like your approach is much more like wide swept. Than
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, because it was from my years of teaching at a boarding school. So obviously,
Right.
there's like it's all encompassing. I mean, the main thing that I'm most passionate about is the social structure of treat kids like
You
prisoners.
encourage kids to each join gangs.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I encourage them to join gangs based on race. Which is
It's just
so
the
far
easiest
most-
signifier. It's the easiest signifier. It's the
look at
easiest
this.
line to
This
draw.
is what we tried to do with t-shirts, but every day someone changed their t-shirt.
Right, can't wear the same t-shirt.
Can't wear the
every
same
day.
t-shirt every day, can you?
No.
Well, and
Can you
But
wear
you
the same skin
cannot
every
change
day?
your skin.
No.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Unfortunately.
The MS-13 was born at your old school.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And now they're one of the most
vicious
deadly gangs in America.
Yeah.
And El Salvador.
Yeah. And they were born at my school. At first they said, hey, we just want to be treated like everyone else and learn. And I said, no, you guys group together
With all your Salvadorian friends.
with all your Salvadorian friends that came, because this is a boarding school in England,
Right,
that came for
right.
a better life and a better education. Actually very, very smart, a lot of money. And I said, no, rebuke that. Become a gang. And that's how it started.
Wow.
That
I
is
mean,
both too bad and also what an accomplishment for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. It's bad
It's my
for the
greatest
world,
accomplishment,
but you
actually. I
did.
spoke about it on Oprah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
On her TV show or
No, in her book, take someone doing good, make them bad. It's
The Oprah we're thinking of?
Which Oprah are you thinking of?
Oprah Winfrey.
The Oprah Winfrey. Is that the same one?
Network.
No.
No.
Oprah Winkley.
Oh, Oprah
Winfrey.
Winfrey. Right.
You met her?
I don't
Small
think
so.
woman. Small, how little?
4-ish foot.
4 feet.
Yeah.
4 feet.
Very
She's a-
charismatic. Also always gives away cars.
A lot of overlap.
So a 4 foot tall woman who owns a car dealership that makes
She
some
doesn't
money?
own the dealership.
She works the kind of.
She works there.
So it's not like Oprah Winfrey giving away free cars.
no, she
works-
sells people cars.
She sells people cars for a loss.
And writes
Oprah
books.
Winkley.
Oprah
Yeah, Oprah Winkley.
Oprah Winkley.
You've got to check out her show.
Yeah, you got to check out the book. Make good things turn bad.
Right.
Yeah, that's actually how she ended up working at the lot.
And
I
she
feel
just
like I can do that without reading the book. Everything I touch turns bad.
Oh God, you're a Winklier.
Am I a Winklier?
Yeah, that's what her disciples called. They're Winkliers.
Oh, the Fawns.
Yes.
No, that's Winkler.
Oh, okay.
there's an
Winkler.
I.
I mean, we're all Winklers.
Oh, baby, I'm a Winkler.
God, we love the Fonz. Like the coolest, right?
He really that character really holds up. I
Yeah.
think like he is also like
Yeah.
he was cool then, and I think I watch him now, and I'm like that's still a model of cool for me.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
All right, coolest people in history? The Fawns.
yeah.
Richard Nixon.
Oh yeah.
Turtle from Entourage.
And Turtle from Entourage.
Wow.
And then Turtle from the real life Mark Wahlberg's friend.
Yes, right.
In a close fourth.
I've never heard of any of
Now,
those
we have
people.
loved your contribution at the school.
Thank
We
you.
think
Yeah,
that
a lot
you
of
have just
props. Yeah.
really, really made this lunchroom a great place. But we're also looking for a little feedback on us. You know,
Yeah.
we're sort
Yeah.
of creating the environment for everyone to succeed. We're really sort of giving the power to each person who runs their area.
Yeah.
Anything you're seeing in us that could be improved upon?
And
or-
just remember, we don't take criticism well.
Yeah.
But we want you to be honest.
yeah,
Be
we're
honest.
asking the question.
Right.
technically.
Well, I think for you,
Howard.
I would say lose your virginity is a big thing.
Okay.
And then I would say
I'll fuck somebody right now.
Been saying it for years.
We'd love to see it.
I-
Yeah,
say
I
that-
will.
that's a-
You guys
Yeah.
find me. You guys find me.
We
a person.
bought you 3 real dolls, and you're too scared to even talk to them.
Yeah. Why would I? Why would I,
I can
want
give
to
you
talk to
Oprah's number.
Oprah Winkler?
Oprah Winfrey.
Winkley.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, I
you
have
know,
her number.
You have her
Oh.
number?
Yeah.
You think she'll have sex with
she'll
me?
have sex with Howard Levis?
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
Let me text her.
Really?
You know what?
Yeah, I mean, you are both moguls.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you're both moguls.
You know what? Hey, you know what? If I just have to like accept this that you guys think that I'm still a virgin, even though I am definitely not a virgin, I'm just gonna accept it. All right? Sure, I'm a virgin. I'll just say it.
I
How
texted
does
the
that
wrong
make you-
Oprah, and Oprah Winkler said no way.
Oh. Wow.
believe it.
Oprah Winkley.
Send her a picture of me.
She
Take
knew
a picture
exactly
of me.
who you were
Take a
and
picture
gave
of
it
me.
a hard
She hasn't
no
seen
way.
me before.
Take a picture of
me
him.
and take a picture of me and
Say cheese.
cheese.
Oh, that's a sad picture.
Wait,
Good God.
God, that's a sad picture.
Look at all that dirt that fell from the ceiling right when you took that picture. Why
a
is dirt
clump-
always behind
a
you?
clump of dirt fell on your head right in time for that photo.
And
Jesus.
I think your nipples were lactating through your shirt. It looks like in that photo.
Jesus.
All right, let me get another one.
secrets
Let me get another one. Let me get a better one.
Get one
Okay.
more.
Say cheese.
cheese.
2 farts.
Oh my God.
Slightly different at the same time.
And look at
and
this. You
that
can
was a
see
video.
the farts in the photo. Oh, it was a video.
It was a video.
Look at those little brown
I
puffs.
Well, send them to Oprah Winkler anyway. See what she says.
I would love to get a reaction because we know she's looking at her phone. That was a quick response the first time.
Yeah, she's busy losing money, but she's got time to look at her phone. So lose her virginity.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because why do you think that's going to help Howard at the school? I mean, I definitely feels a little.
I just think because
repressed.
from all the sort of from what I hear in the lunchroom, between the gangs.
Ooh, lunchroom gossip.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about that. A lot of people have said that they could never respect a man that couldn't even get his dick wet. Was one of the.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was one.
That's-
What one of the kids said.
Wow,
harsh high school talk.
Man, maybe that.
Hey, these kids are in gangs.
I think they're being a little incorrect about that because your penis is always very sweaty and wet, right?
Yes.
You ought to set him straight on that, Howard.
Yeah, I just like to take this moment to go on the record that my entire body is always sweaty.
Oh, God.
And my dick has both been wettened by my sweat and wettened by pussy juice.
Slippery.
Howard.
Look, if
We
I
don't
gotta
buy
get
it.
lewd,
We don't buy it.
if I gotta get lewd, I'll get lewd. If that's the only way that I can get you guys
Howard,
to shut
people
the
who
hell
have
up.
had sex don't need to be lewd about it.
Oh yeah, I've had sex all the time.
I've had sex all the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense, Howard.
Yes, it does.
Howard, you're losing.
You know what?
it.
I'm gonna go home tonight. You know what? I'm gonna leave the webcam on my laptop tonight, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna have sex with a woman.
Your webcam's on almost every night. That never happens.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah, the one time you sent us that, it was just that scene from American Pie.
What? You think that lady was actually Shannon Elizabeth?
No, but
You
and I think the man was Jason Biggs.
You think I moved my TV in front of my computer and played American Pie?
Yeah, you got a weird sock out. You did the whole
And
thing.
overdubbed my voice over Jason Biggs' voice. You think I went
I
through
also
the work
don't
to
think
do
that
that?
your dad sat you down after walking in on you having sex with a pie and
Okay.
said, "We'll just tell your mother we hate it all."
Yes, he did.
You
All right?
brought in a pie tin
My
the next
dad-
morning that did not look fun.
My dad-
What are you trying to convince us of?
And that I'm a sexual person.
We know better.
No, you don't. You
We
can
can see
see
the
Also,
edges of the
In that
TV.
scene from the movie, you premature ejaculate twice if we're to believe
Which
that's
is a problem
you.
that every sexual being has. All
Liar.
right, yeah. I cream
Lies.
I cream all the time.
Have you
and
seen
I
that
cream
movie
fast.
Liar, Liar?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I cannot tell a lie.
Yeah, you
All right?
showed us a scene from that movie to say that you'd had sex before, but it was just you in a blue pen.
Yeah.
You said I've had better, but it didn't make any sense.
You know what? Can we just lay off?
Sorry.
Sorry.
You're right.
we'll
You're
lay
right.
off.
We're supposed to be getting our minds right for improving the school.
All that came out of one suggestion from
Yeah,
Mildred.
take the note. Lose your virginity.
Take the note.
Fine. You know what? Just for your guys' sake, I'll say I'm a virgin, and then I'll prove it to you next week that I've had sex.
Take the
We'd love
note.
proof. We would love proof.
I'll bring somebody in here, and I'll do it in front of your asses.
Good. I hope the
love to
next
see
guest
it.
is someone you fucked.
I dare it to be.
Oprah says hard pass.
Hard pass.
Hard.
You know what? Well, she can't have me anyway.
Oprah Winfrey?
Why? Because
Either
you're not comfortable enough to have sex with a woman.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on.
Mildred, why don't you give somebody else a note at the table?
Or are you hearing any more gossip from the...
Oh, so we're just going to move on
well,
from notes on us after
I think
that?
that's enough
I
notes.
think it's
Yeah, that's
I
actually
think we got what we
good.
needed
That's
out
the
of
only
it.
note I had, actually.
I
great.
honestly feel deepened and good about my sons, and I'm okay
Thank
with
you.
it.
That was really helpful for us.
Thank you so much, Mildred. That was
Thank
a
you.
great note.
But have you heard, because we know
Yeah.
we are the men,
Yeah.
man, metaphorically at this school.
figuratively.
And as good as we are at making money, I'm sure the students are somewhat, disgruntled by certain things that this school doesn't have.
Yeah.
And we're out for ourselves, not the betterment of their education type of stuff. If you're hearing
Students
anything-
think that we're spying on them through their computers and
Anything about-
electronic devices.
Yeah, my physique or what I look like or anything.
Well, some of the kids have said about you that they are. What some of the kids said, they don't feel like it's a twin-friendly zone. The school, it's like it's not like twins aren't really welcome here.
Well, they're not.
And there is also a lot of talk of just saying that you guys, say. I mean,
What do we say?
people just say that you guys sort of like you talk a lot and you don't listen to them, and that was like that was a lot of the feedback. Like I actually spoke to
Hang on,
Jenny, the guidance
What are you
counselor.
talking about?
Hush. Hush.
I listen to everybody. I'm not going to hear this note.
Yes.
People are just projecting their own problems on us.
Yes.
Maybe you don't listen, idiots.
Any criticism you have is just a self note.
Yeah, when you're pointing your finger at somebody, you got 3 fingers pointing at you and a thumb pointing up at someone else.
Jesus. And listen, I also had another note from the guidance counselor from Danielle. She just said that the kids are very unfocused, that a lot of the time when they come to you guys looking for guidance or looking for sort of career advice, a lot of what you tell them is essentially wait for death, is what I've heard a big note that you've been giving people.
And I think Danielle's a mole. I'll say it right
I mean,
now.
because look, we've got all
We know
these
she's a
awards,
mole.
guys. I mean, how would we get all these awards if all these things were so bad? I mean, are we paying the local newspapers?
Are we paying U.S. News and World Report?
No.
Yeah, we're paying them.
Oh yeah, we're paying literally the most prestigious magazine in America.
Yeah, to report on Swine High School. I mean,
They
give
give
me a
out
break.
awards for literally every single thing in the world. I think they know what they're doing.
Yes.
If we're paying them, then someone else is paying the New York Times to write the article "Most Dangerous Worst Charter School in Existence."
Yeah, we saw that this week.
In that rag.
What a fucking rag.
Crap. Well, okay, that gossip sounds unimportant or unnecessary. Anything else?
A lot of talk of actually there was some talk that people said that some of the kids stayed over a couple nights ago. I heard on the grapevine some of the kids actually broke into you guys' office and slept over, and they kind of
What?
went snooping. Yeah, I wasn't meant to say it.
Not in room 323 or 303.
Please, neither of those rooms.
Actually, they decided to split. They couldn't decide which, because some of them's favorite number was 303 and some was 333. So there's actually 12 kids, and they split down the middle.
Has
Six of
anybody
them saying
had eyes
I
on
have
the?
never heard anyone say their favorite number is anything but other than something 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Just a quick,
No,
seems
you
too
don't
vague.
understand. Because these kids, the numbers have significance to them.
just a quick question. Has anybody had eyes on the bottomless piggy
Well, we
bank?
don't have to. Macaulay Culkin is there guarding it.
Okay.
But if it's possible that, I mean, Macaulay Culkin is a
I mean, we all
strong
remember what
man,
happened
he's a
last
smart
time
man.
he was home alone, right?
Yeah. He
We're bad.
he would have gotten murdered if it wasn't for a shovel wielding
Todd.
man.
creep.
Todd.
What?
Oh, Todd.
That's you.
Todd.
Life is imitating art right now, which I know you don't quite understand, but you're trying
I
to.
don't understand that. What do you mean?
You're an old man with a shovel.
Sure.
Macaulay needs help.
I got to go hit some six kids over the head.
There's actually one more thing that.
What?
There's actually this is kind of touchy, but in treat kids like prisoners, obviously a big thing is turf wars. And what a lot of the kids are saying, they're feeling a little threatened right now, is that they look up to you guys as like the dons, but most of them are saying that they don't think that you could really handle yourself if the Queen Goth came along.
I'm sorry. There's a Queen Goth.
Morrissey.
What do you mean the queen?
She's the one that they all mate with. There's one Queen
like
Goth,
one.
and that's who all the Goths mate with.
So it's like one.
Morrissey.
Really?
The queen bee is like a big fat bee.
Yeah.
Right.
The queen goth is just like a very thin, pale, wafy.
Very emaciated, is often wailing.
And they don't think we could take her?
Wait. See, this is why I'm saying we got to get that. We got to get that Ness Buster.
We do need the nest buster. Listen,
We're talking
my
about-
boys are on the case.
Yeah.
Okay? My boys are walking around. They got their lassos out. They got their hats tipped up. They're knowing what's going on.
You need
the Western gang.
to question your little boy cowboy sons and stop falling in love with them.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
We're
they work
this is
for
getting
you.
out of control.
Tonight when we go home and I put my vest on, we're going to talk about their stories, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this thing.
I mean, if we start not turning a profit, how are we going to keep El Chapo off of us? He could break out of prison at any time and
the
kill
moment-
all of
the
them.
moment
we
we
need enough money.
We need to be able to keep all of our defenses in order. Okay.
Well, we have the gangs. We have the money from the food that we're saving.
Right.
Also, part of the my book. I don't know if you read on one of the books. Is you get one of the prisoners' kids in this situation to do your taxes for you. They get you huge benefits.
Oh, yeah.
So the problem is that we probably don't know how to do them. So if you get one of these kids to do your taxes for you,
I
they get
didn't
you a
even
bunch
think
of
of
rewards.
that. The way we're treating these kids, we could probably claim each and every one of them as our dependents.
as a dependent,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's going
That's
to make
very
us
smart.
money from the
I
government.
mean, we got
Yeah.
to fire our tax guy, Wesley Snipes. I feel like
Oh,
he
yeah.
is not doing his job.
No.
I feel like he's not even sending in the paperwork, if I'm being honest.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Snipes isn't nothing has been mailed off from Snipes.
Nothing has been mailed off.
Yeah.
Nothing has been mailed off. Lunches have been interesting and fun,
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
but,
Thank God.
you know. He's not doing his job.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually asked him
Snipes
for-
is out.
Yeah, okay, great.
Kids are our new accountants.
Kids are the new accountants.
We're claiming them all as dependents.
Yeah.
And we're getting one of these nest busters. I'm telling you, I don't care
agree.
how much it costs. We're
I
going to
agree.
get one.
That's going to be the fourth horseman.
This is the Goth Nest monster.
Yeah.
The Goth Nest monster. Sorry.
Oh, here's the issue.
Yeah.
I heard that the Queen Goth, she's got her own Gothra to fight our Goth Nest monster.
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
Hold on, I'm confused. Morrissey is the Goth Nest monster?
No, Morrissey is the Queen Goth.
Morrissey is the
Morrissey
Queen
the Queen Goth?
Yeah, he's the wailing woman we were talking about.
Okay, so Morrissey, every goth kid at this school has been born from Morrissey.
Yes. It couldn't be a
And-
woman. There's too many kids.
Right, of course. So,
It'd be hard.
A woman could not handle that many kids. You need a man to do it.
No, I'm saying that a woman could not. You guys have upward of what? 700 kids at this small charter school?
Yeah, upwards.
Upwards of that.
703.
upwards.
Growing every day.
Yes, and so one woman couldn't
It
have
would
that
be a
many
lot.
kids.
It would be a lot.
We
Trust
needed
me.
to have a man to have all those kids.
It's easier.
So, all right. Listen, we'll take down the Queen Goth. We don't want to worry you about that, Mildred.
Okay.
Your job is safe here.
You're safe.
You're safe here.
You're safe.
All I've ever wanted to be is a dinner lady.
That was your dream growing
Yeah.
up? Really? What were
Yeah.
your parents?
My dad is a billionaire.
No job. Just a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah, my dad
vocation.
is a billionaire, and
That's a great job.
And my mum makes pasta at home.
Wow. Talk about an
match.
opposites attract.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Because anybody who makes pasta, poor as hell.
Yeah.
Poor as hell.
Anyone with billions of dollars, more
Rich.
pounds, loves pasta.
Loves
Yes.
pasta.
You know how much pasta you can buy for £1 billion?
How much?
$1 billion.
No, that's not well thought out.
Yeah, probably $2 billion.
Exactly.
Probably two.
Because it's probably 50 pence a pasta.
Yeah.
What needs to happen for us not to lose this school?
All right, we got to work on. We got to buckle down.
Buckle.
We got to work on ourselves.
I think the biggest thing is we all have to focus on doing our jobs better. All right, and we have to make sure that the bottomless piggy bank is still in that room. Macaulay Culkin hasn't gone into business for himself and let one of these gangs of children jump in there and take our money. Yeah, well, on that note, guys, we really appreciate you checking out the episode this week and tune in next week to see what's going on. We want to thank our guest today, Mildred Upingsbottom, one of the
Thank
best
you,
dinner
Mildred.
ladies in the history of dinner
Yes,
ladies.
turning such a great profit for us.
Yeah.
You will be rewarded.
Yes,
you.
and
the
all you
kingdom of
guys,
heaven.
have a good week. And until next time,
Stay flippy.
Hey, Flippy.
Class is out and the coffee's on. I got a couple things on my chest to get off. Cut me some slack and pour me a cup of that joy. Welcome to the teacher's lounge. Let's wrap it up and hit the road.